Let's get it.
Welcome back to another episode of Frothy Milkers.
Welcome back, you frothy milkers. Thanks for tuning in.
I forgot a drink.
Again.
Well, last time I think I had it right there, and I was just too lazy to pick it up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well. Oh yeah, you did. You left your bottle on the.
Yeah, it was kombucha. I think it was.
I don't know how you like that.
I think it was cherry tart.
I can't get on the
cherry tart.
Yeah.
Cherry tart's actually pretty good.
It's just
It's
vinegar
like,
to me.
No, it's like. It's more like cherry tart is like, it's tarty, obviously, and it's really
cherry-y.
good. Yeah, they had like the full bottle. I showed you. It was like that full like.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how many ounces, but it was like 16
like
ounces.
a whole jug. No, it was way more than 16. It was like.
Maybe, I don't know.
It was like a 40.
Maybe 32.
It was like the size of like a 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even then I can't drink like a serving of kombucha. It's too tart, too sour, too vinegary.
I don't know.
Like I could. I don't know. Yeah, I could maybe do like a shot of it, right?
They have like little energy shots of it at Giant.
Yeah. So see, I could do something like that, but I don't like you be buying the bottles.
Yeah,
and
I have
just
one more
sipping on them.
upstairs.
Can't do that.
No, I already drank blueberry basil. Which one is it? I don't remember, but it's a berry. It's a berry one, I believe.
Interesting.
But,
well, all right. So, aside from the kombucha talk, let's introduce today's guest.
today we have Adrian Mundo.
Woo! Woo!
That was really loud. Sorry.
So this is my brother Adrian, and thank you so much for coming on to be technically the first guest of 2022, since this is going to be the first episode of the new year. 2022.
Yeah, less than a week.
That's pretty. Yeah, wow. Tomorrow, practically.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Is that 2020 part 2 or?
Yeah. No. Let's hope not.
That's 2020
not,
part 3. Is that how does that work?
Well, I mean, they'd say that they think this COVID nonsense is going to get even worse than the first wave or whatever, but
yeah.
Was it the Omicron?
I don't know how to say that. I don't know.
Omicron.
Yeah. Omicron?
No, I don't know.
Oh, Marion, like the singer.
Oh, Marion.
But yeah, so.
I think it's Omarion.
Yeah. So you guys are releasing this on doing New Year's thing, or it's gonna be?
Yeah. Probably
so
the first. Yeah.
Yeah, the first.
Cool.
So, welcome to the first day of 2022. So, anyway, so what does 2022 look like for you?
That's a good question. I mean, basically, it's the same place where I'm at right now. I'm at Fort Rucker for flight school. I'm flying the helicopters there, or starting to fly in 2022. I'm excited about it. So I'll be there all of 2022, and then into probably the beginning of 2023.
Oh, chill.
Yeah, what? It's like 18 months total?
So is the program is slotted for 12 months, but with weather and maintenance and different things and COVID, it can last up to 18 months, but they try to push you through it as quickly as possible without any of those interruptions. But
Gotcha. So right now you've been doing more like class stuff, right?
Yeah.
Not so much you're not in a cockpit yet.
Right. Yeah. Just now it's just leadership stuff. How to be an officer in the Army and what that looks like, especially in the future of combat and things like that, and where we're headed now with like now we're not fighting counterinsurgency, right? We're looking at different multi-domain operations and with possibly bigger threats and things like that. So
Such as
well, not people in the desert, right?
Oh, well.
Yeah, like
okay.
Yeah, that's
No.
yeah. So
Yeah.
but yeah, that's it's interesting. I mean, yeah, who knows what the future of large scale combat actually looks like, right?
So yeah, so that was gonna be my next question. Is there an idea of what the future of combat looks like?
We were just checking out his drone, right?
Yeah,
everybody owns a drone, right? Like
True.
that's too easy now. So it's interesting what that looks like. If everyone can have a drone in their back pocket, I wonder what the future looks like, right? Is there, talk about the future of surveillance, right? Always being watched. You know what I mean? Like you just saw next door. You know,
the first time
you ever seen. Exactly. That fence has been between you guys for years, and you guys never saw behind it, right? And now he just exposed you to something.
I felt like I saw a new world.
Yeah. So what he's talking about is there's a fence between me and Isaiah live like one house from each other, and between us, there's the neighbors put up a fence, and Isaiah has never seen.
Yeah, I've never known what was behind the fence. Like before, there was nothing, and I always had clear sight, right? So it was like Colin's house, that house, my house, so I could always see right through. And then they put up that fence, and not that I was ever curious, at least not that I could acknowledge that I was curious until now. Now that I've seen what was behind the fence, it clicked that wow, I never knew what it looked like in there.
You don't know what you don't know, right?
Right. Nothing exciting, folks. Don't get me wrong.
No, it's just a backyard.
Yeah, just a regular backyard with like a child slide. But you know.
Yeah, man.
But still, they could have had dead bodies back there for years now. We've never known.
Yeah,
that's true. So I want to go back to like what you were saying about like the future technology. Did you hear about what Elon Musk is doing with? He's thinking about. They're in the progress, I believe, of making robots.
No, I haven't. Tesla is. Yeah, I haven't really been following. I mean, they're doing obviously amazing things, right? Mm-hmm. For Elon Musk is a, you know, he may be an evil genius, maybe for all we know.
Jeff Bezos is.
Maybe
he's fucking Lex Luthor, bro. He's got the evil laugh down and everything.
No, they're doing interesting things. Who knows what's to come in the next 5 years, right? Usually technology, you know, it takes a long time, right? But
but now with Elon. Quick with it.
Yeah.
He's also he was named Time Magazine's Person of the Year, I believe.
Yeah.
Didn't he offer to like he did some sort of, was it him or somebody that did something that was like, oh, if you can figure out world hunger or something like that.
Yeah, something like, oh, I'll give you guys $11 billion if you can show me that you can end world hunger. But you got to make it open source. You got to show everybody the accounting and where the money's going and things like that. Like that was one of his Twitter posts and things like that. But I guess there was no response. I haven't followed that, or I have no idea what the response to that was.
I mean, there's still world hunger.
There is still world hunger.
So I'm gonna assume.
Yeah.
It didn't take off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Elon's crazy though, because I mean, I know one thing like I always think about is his thing with the brain chips, man.
Oh yeah. Like what's it called? Neuralink?
I think so. Yeah. Neuralink to just like not eliminate communication, but to just change it in a way that I just think, to me, it's just so, it's very Elon though, in my opinion, right? The idea of where you don't even have to talk to each other, right? So we can just look at each other and transmit our thoughts, right? Because now we're all
just like talking in each other's head.
Yeah, pretty much, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like a different form of language. And like, I know one thing, he was talking about it, I think it was on the Joe Rogan podcast or something like that, don't quote me, but where he was talking about it there, and one thing that they talked about was the idea of missing music, right? It's like, oh, if we're communicating in this way that isn't speaking, that isn't language, how it's almost like speaking in code, then how is it that, you know, like binary, like how is it that we're going to have music? And he's like, oh, there could still be music, just differently. It would sound different.
Or would it make a sound at all?
Oh, what do you mean?
You see, right?
But then how, or would it be like vibrations?
Would it be like Morse code?
So you're talking about, you're not talking, right? You're not talking. So therefore, you're not sending out sound out of your mouth.
Right.
You're literally transmitting information through the ether of whatever.
So that's,
right?
Yeah, so that's my thing, is like, how would you...
Wait,
how would you receive the music, whatever
what exactly the music of the time is just like the talking of that time, right? What is talking, right? At that point, you know,
all music is just dubstep, just machine noises.
Yeah, but you imagine, you know, music is frequencies, right? There's frequencies everywhere, and it already exists, right? It's kind of like the manipulation of frequencies. You know, the human hearing has a certain range of frequencies. I think it's 20 to 25 kilohertz or something like that. And so we only hear that. But maybe with this new Neuralink or whatever, you'll hear frequencies beyond that. Or you'll be able to not hear, but perceive, I guess. Like it's the perception of... Yeah, exactly. Who knows?
I can't even fathom that.
Yeah. But aren't you doing away with, like, yeah, you're doing away with ears. Like you don't need ears at that point.
Right. Yeah, you cut them off.
Yeah, who needs ears?
Right. See, so then from an evolutionary perspective, right, at that point,
babies without ears.
Yeah, exactly. Like, are people going to start being born in 80 years or whatever,
Probably
right,
not. I can't
without
imagine.
ears?
Yeah, who knows? I mean,
I don't think so.
that's ridiculous.
Because think about it, like the closest relative to us is the monkeys, and they have ears, and they haven't like gone away.
Well, yeah,
you
but-
see
Well,
them
they
still-
also
still-
don't have this. What do you call it?
Neuralink.
Yeah, they don't have Neuralink.
Order 66
No.
chips in their brain.
You don't
So-
do as Elon commands. You just press the button and
Yeah.
like Squid Games.
Oh no! Like you're talking about people like dropping dead.
Yeah.
I never watched it.
That's awful.
You watched Squid Game?
Yeah, Squid
Yeah.
Games is actually pretty interesting.
I'm finishing it.
Still.
Yeah, I'm on episode 5, I think. I don't know. I just watch shows and I never like finish them.
Yeah, but my thing is like I started watching it after he did, and after Christian did actually,
Yeah.
and like I think I watched it twice because I watched it myself and then I watched it with Dad.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Squid Games is pretty interesting. Very interesting concept. That idea of child games. Like, are you familiar with the concept of the show?
No, I haven't. I just saw people in funny, dressed up funny, like wearing all like a uniform
Like the
or
tracksuits
whatever.
or
Yeah,
whatever.
the tracksuit thing,
So-
and then the big googly eye doll that I've seen. I
Okay,
think.
yeah, that's the red light, green light.
The red light, green
like
light.
the
Right.
first
So that's a
episode.
child game, I guess
Yeah,
that you're kind of
right.
referring to.
So essentially, what it is a collection of people. I think there's 456, right? That's the total number. Yeah. So it's a collection of people that are all like in incredible amounts of debt, like down on their luck, this, that, or the other thing, and basically have no chance of changing their situation. So they find these people and they give them the opportunity to change their luck by partaking in these games, right? And they tell them, if you lose, if you do this, that, or the other thing, you'll be eliminated, right? Simple as that. They don't know that eliminated means fucking eliminated. So, so they all partake, but it's a very interesting concept because they sign a waiver, they go through a process or whatever, and they basically sign their lives away, and they partake in these child games, right? Red light, green light. What's another one?
Red light, green light.
They did like tug of war in
war.
one episode,
wow.
just different things, and basically, if you mess up, right, like red light, green light, if you move when is red light, dunzo, right?
Wow.
You get taken out of the game and you are eliminated, and that's it. And for each player, so each player that's in the game, it's like a certain amount of money of won that for each head. So each player that gets eliminated, this tub of money fills up and fills up and fills up, so that way the winner gets the value of all the money.
wow.
I think it's like 46 billion won.
Wow.
That the winner gets by the end or something like that. So, so it's pretty nuts. It's pretty
That's
nuts.
crazy. That is nuts.
But I wonder, that's something too that like in real life, I wonder if there's potential for that, right? The idea of people being so down on their luck that they are willing to partake in an event like that. And it's like, all right, you know what? Yeah, there's a chance for me to be a billionaire.
Right.
But
I mean,
one wrong step, I blink on red light and I get shot.
yeah. I mean, there's movies like that, like Gamer back in I think 09 or something like that. Gamer came out where the guy was in jail, right, and he's being played.
Oh,
Right,
yes.
played
Okay,
by a
yes.
character. And basically, if he wins or he wins a certain amount of matches or whatever, and it's a death match, right? These guys are literally shooting each other and killing each other. But if you win a certain amount of matches, you get set free from jail, right? So
that's like gladiatorial combat, right? Like,
yeah, practically.
that was kind of like, if they won like 10 or some shit like that?
Yeah,
like
some
they
amount.
were freed from slavery.
Yeah,
or something.
but
I mean,
the
that's how it was in Spartacus.
The difference is the prisoner is not actually himself,
control,
right? Yeah,
right,
he's not in
yeah.
control. So it's a kid somewhere, with some controller or whatever, playing this game like everyone playing Call of Duty and whatever.
Wait, what was this?
It's called Gamer.
Gamer?
Gerard Butler back in I think
okay.
08, 09. I think
Yeah,
that movie came
Gerard.
out. Yeah.
I'll have to watch that.
Then they had another version of it. It was like Sims, right? So basically that was, I guess, the first rendition of this like technology of this guy came out with, and you can go get paid to be played, right, as a sim character, right? So yeah, it's wild. And basically, if you're not
get paid to get played,
right. And basically, somebody, so the main character, or Gerard Butler's wife, I guess she was distraught because of the situation. They didn't have any money, or she didn't have any money, so she'd get paid to get played, and things like that. So wow, it's a pretty interesting scenario, but it's like, one, are people going to be willing to do things like that if they're down on their luck? And two, is there going to be technology that allows this to happen, right? It's amazing.
I feel like there's like
Neuralink, right?
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
I feel like that's already happening, like on like the dark web, probably like red rooms or something like that, to that avail.
Yeah.
You think they have they found the technology and found?
I don't know if it's like technology. They just like probably kidnap random people and just like make them play this game. Do you know what red rooms are?
I can't say that I do.
So red rooms are basically, they're just like a webcam, and the person's like tied down or something like that, and then there's a bunch of people in the chat, and they comment on what they want to happen to that person that's tied down in the chair. So like cut his finger off or something like that.
Yeah, no, I've never heard the term, but yeah, I'm familiar with that. That's fucked up.
Yeah,
I would never go on the dark web.
Yeah,
for
weird.
Yeah, that's awful. Stories. See, so like, I mean, not to that. This is stupid people doing it to themselves and shit. But like, have you ever heard of the Pain Olympics?
No, I've never heard of that.
You've never heard of that?
No.
You're not interested in it, I promise. But it's like, it's stupid people, and I don't think there's any reward, right? Because it's just like something people do on the internet, right? Like on the dark web or like on Reddit and shit like that.
No.
Like, but like talking like dude puts his scrotum on a cutting board and then hacks it off with a cheese knife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Did you ever make you watch that?
It didn't make me. We just watched it. we were talking about the Pain Olympics, and we were like, "No, that can't be a real thing." So then we like looked it up, and that's what we came across.
How did he? Was he like screaming or anything?
Yeah. There was no audio to the video, so I would imagine that he was probably in agony. Like I said, he's literally like with a little cheese cleaver, like, you know what I mean, like little baby cleavers, but like for cheese, like scrotum on the freaking cutting board, gonzo, and just hacking it away, just going at it. And again, I don't understand what the purpose is. It's a challenge, right? One of those early internet challenges, but there's no prize, there's no reward.
Yeah. Oh, look, I mean, he's a legend, right? I mean, he's a legacy.
I didn't even show his face. I don't even know who he is.
But he's that guy who cut his thing off.
Yeah, he's that guy. Again,
you go to a locker room and you just see that guy with no nuts. You're like, oh, I know you, bro.
I've seen your video. I've seen your work. See, but again, right? Whereas I wouldn't do that. I mean, not saying that I would hack off anything, but black market, one testicle goes for $25,000. Right?
You say right, like
so,
yeah, like, I have no idea. I'm sure. You tell me.
I mean, I've heard. So I've heard.
Have you sold one?
Maybe. So, yeah, right. You think I'd be sitting here if I got $25,000 for a nut? First of all, I'd have an easy 50 and be doing my
easy
thing.
50.
Yeah. But no, yeah. So like, at least make it worth something, right? Make it worth your while is what I'm saying. If you're gonna do it, if you're gonna do something to that extreme, have a reason for it, right? Not just to be like, I did it.
I guess. I mean.
No, right? Yeah, right. There's no.
I can't get behind it, man.
There's no reason to hack it off, but yeah, at least go for the gold. Make sure there's a prize, right? If you're calling this the Olympics, go for the gold.
Yeah.
Make sure that there's something worth it in the end.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Paul, you just look so
I'm
uneasy.
distraught.
Yeah.
I'm confused. I'm upset. I'm disappointed.
A little sad. A little sad. Right?
Yeah, a little sad.
Brings a tear to my eye.
Yeah. But people are really willing to do stupid shit to themselves, and it's almost amazing. It's not amazing. The thing is that stupid people are both annoying and entertaining, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
See, like you get a point where if somebody's like too stupid and they're around you all the time, then that shit's annoying. But if you can kind of observe stupidity from a little bit of afar, that shit's funny. You know,
like crackheads in downtown LA.
Yeah, right. You know, or
Yeah,
like,
I guess.
you know, like people shadow boxing on Skid Row. You know what I mean? That shit's funny.
Yeah.
It's sad, I guess, but I don't know. I'm just saying, whatever demon he's fighting, he's fucking
winning.
him up. Yeah. So I don't know. That's just that. Kong, I get a time check.
We're at 20 minutes.
Okay. But
So New Year's.
So New Year's.
You guys do resolutions?
I did this year, yeah.
For 21 or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For this year, yeah, 21.
Yeah. That's when we moved back. In January, right? Yeah.
I can't say that I have not that I recall anyway making one for even last year or this year. I guess, you know, I don't know. This year I'm trying to tackle things a little bit differently though, you know. I mean, just based on how things have been going and you know, conversations that we've had and whatnot, and conversations with Colin about the idea of the potential of trying to go back west and whatnot. So yeah, it's just to have a different mindset about how I'm planning to tackle the road ahead. So I don't know, but I can't. It's not like, oh, I don't have a weight loss goal or anything.
Right. And so what was your resolution for 21 and how did that turn out?
Mine was to get 500 subscribers on YouTube, make 52 videos by the end of this year. Those are like my two main ones, and I failed.
No, I failed.
I think I only have like 26 or 28 videos, and I only have like 174 subscribers.
Yeah.
Like...
For those of you just listening, though, Colin said I failed with a smile, so it's okay.
No, man. Yeah, so I don't do resolutions. I do, I guess I call them realizations, right? So basically, I don't set a goal for the year ahead as much as I evaluate the year that has just passed, right? And then what did I learn in that year, right? So instead of me making a resolution to be a new person in the next year, I say, okay, what has happened? What have I experienced this last year that's going to make me a new person this year, right? So yeah, so it's like, okay, so I go through my experiences, right? So I decided to quit my job. I decided to live in a van for 6 months. I decided, you know, all these different things. And it's like, okay, well, with all those experiences, what have I learned? What has come out of that kind of thing? You know what I mean? And then now going into 22, well, what am I bringing with me, right? Who am I now in 22 that I wasn't in 21, right?
What did you learn?
Yeah, good question, right? Yeah, dude. So basically, it was all about, I think we talked about this, you know, we talked about ambition and things like that. But it's like, it's goal, the whole goal thing, right? Goal setting and like what goals. Honestly, it's not so much about setting goals, it's about being committed to goals, right? Like not deviating or delaying or whatever. Like you set a goal.
Discipline.
Right. And having the discipline to do it, even if you don't like it, even if you're not, you know, motivated to do something, right? You're not gonna be motivated to do something every day, right? So it's the goals. Also, it's about failing fast. We talked about this too. It's like, especially when I was building that van, it's like, okay, well, I never built a damn van before, but I had the goal to do a van camper build, and it's like basically my philosophy was do it, fuck it up, then fix it. Yeah. Right. And then, you know, move along from there. And I was able to live in a van camper for 6 months, traveling the country, you know. So it was like nothing was always, not everything was going to go the way I planned or intended it to. But because I was committed to a goal, I was able to adapt to the changes. I was able to change with the change. I was able to kind of just stay focused, right? And just do that thing. And I didn't realize it while I was doing it, but I realized it in December when I'm like, man, that's what was happening, right? That's kind of in hindsight, that's what it was. Yeah. So now going into 22, I'm going with that whole mindset of, okay, set a goal, be committed to it, have the discipline to move forward and adapt to change regardless. You know, adapt to, take control of what you can control and don't worry about the nonsense that you really can't control kind of deal. So it's an interesting perspective. Everyone wants that weight loss goal, but they go to March and then they're like, all right, I'm not going to the gym anymore or whatever.
It's not working.
Yeah, it's not working or whatever. But we'll just keep talking about it. Or?
Yeah, we're actually at 25 minutes. So.
Okay. Well, yeah.
This is the.
So we'll take that as a good place to saddle up there.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on.
And that's episode 3. Thank you for listening, or if you're watching on YouTube, follow us on Frothy Milkers Official on Instagram.
Yes, and Happy New Year.
Yeah.
And enjoy 2022 if you can.
Yeah.